Greetings guys, it's TC Topics time once again. I'm Graham, he's Martin. Today's question, I've forgotten his fucking name. Greetings guys, it's TC Topics time once again. I'm Graham, he's Martin. Today's topic comes from Mark, and he wants to know, if you could change the ending to one film, what would it be and why?
That's really tricky. Spoilers, by the way.
Yes, massive spoilers.
Massive spoilers.
We'll mention the film first. If it's something you haven't seen and you don't want to be spoiled,
that's a good idea, we'll do that.
Then you might want to avert your gaze to one of our other videos.
Yeah, cool.
Go for it.
Am I going first?
You can go first.
Right, okay, brilliant. Star Wars. Right. I'm trying to think of which one here, because there's a couple. I'm only going to mention one, because I don't want it to be too Star Wars heavy. I'm going to say The Phantom Menace.
Right.
Darth Maul dying. Right.
Yes.
Oh my god. Right. It'll go down as the best, probably the best lightsaber battle.
Instantly.
Right, between Darth Maul, Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
Right. Then, as we all know, Qui-Gon snuffs it, and then it's just down to Obi-Wan and Darth Maul. Unreal.
So good.
What a battle that was.
It is.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
And then it ends with Darth Maul getting sliced in half, going down this big hole, and suddenly turn horrible and CG and look nothing like him.
Looks so nice.
So yeah, and it's like, right, and you think, here's the thing, you think, okay, fine, he's dead, fair enough. We'll have someone that matches someone like him in the next ones. And who did they get? Christopher Lee, 92-year-old Christopher Lee, to take over the mantle that Darth Maul left. Now here's the thing, I'm not on my own here, because if I was, they wouldn't have forced Darth Maul back in to the expanded universe if I was just the other person. So people obviously were angry with this.
Yeah.
I wanted to see Anakin Skywalker versus Darth Maul at Revenge of the Sith in place of Count Dooku. So you know when Palpatine was strapped to the chair in Revenge of the Sith, it should have been Darth Maul.
It would have been so good.
And Anakin.
Yeah. See, we could sit and spend the next 4 hours digging into the various failures of the prequel Star Wars trilogy.
However,
that
video would be too long.
One of the key things was the fact that they decided to snuff Darth Maul in the first film.
It was bad.
What made the original Star Wars trilogy great, or one of the things, is that you had a consistent, menacing bad guy.
Yeah.
Darth Vader and his progression through those three films was one of the most interesting things about the original Star Wars trilogy.
Yeah.
In the prequels, to go with the baddie of the week approach, which they did, because Count Dooku was only the baddie in Attack of the Clones. He wasn't even the baddie in Revenge of the Sith.
No, he wasn't,
because they killed him off within the first 15 minutes of the film. And then you had General Grievous, who was also pants.
Yeah.
Had they doubled down on Darth Maul and made him a character who progresses and had a bit of a... Can you imagine the conflict between him and Anakin for Palpatine's loyalty?
Oh, would have been great.
Darth Maul has 2 lines of dialogue in Phantom Menace.
He does.
He's the most criminally underused character in Star Wars for someone who is so interesting and so loved. So when we saw the trailers for Phantom Menace, it was, God, look at this guy. He's got his double lightsaber. That's exciting. He's got a tattooed face and horns. That's exciting. He has 2 lines of dialogue and gets killed like a absolute fanny at the end. It's like,
here's the thing as well. He had a part of dialogue in the trailer that was cut out.
Yeah.
And it was awesome. It was like, fear attracts the fearful, the strong, the weak, the innocent.
Yeah.
And it was like, holy crap, he's a scary guy. He controls people through fear. That's alright. We'll just cut it out and we'll just have more Jar Jar Binks instead.
So
yeah.
So we'd certainly change bits of Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go with Star Wars as well.
God!
Not that we don't talk about Star Wars enough. We'll try and get onto another film after we've done this one.
Yeah.
My film in the franchise to change is Revenge of the Sith.
Right, okay.
I would change the ending. In one...
What way? Because the ending I can't... I know.
Okay.
I know. I've just thought in my head now. I know what it's going to be.
People should not lose the will to live in a Star Wars film. It is the most cop-out, shitty piece of storytelling I've ever come across. So let us break it down for you. Anakin's turned to the dark side. He thinks that Padme's betrayed him. He puts the Force choke on her. Now, he put the Force choke on her. There's your storytelling device. He starved her of oxygen for a little bit too long. She's going to die.
Yeah.
Not medically she's fine. She's lost the will to live. What a bag of shit.
It's a heap of shit. It's so bad. It's a hell of a skill to just turn your life off like that, like a switch. So yeah, that was so bad. I mean, here's the thing. I don't know really the first thing about writing a script or doing a screenplay, right? I don't know how to do that, and obviously you don't know how to do that. So I'm not going to start telling people how to do the job, right? Because there's loads of different factors into it. I'm confident that I could have written a better way to do that.
Mate, anything would have been better. Anything would have been better than that.
Just that robot. It's that robot. He's a CG robot. You don't even see his lips. To be fair, you could do a special edition of that if you want to do, and put the voice in yourself.
That's it.
And say, look, medically she's doing pretty bad. She is dying because of what he's done. He's crushed her windpipe or whatever. Do you know what I mean?
Or she smacked her head off the floor when she hit the ground. She's got a bit of a brain bleed or something.
She's got a brain, but she's got a bad head. You know what I mean? Yeah, and I might do that. I might do that. It's God.
It just
sucks.
It was the problem was it was a symptom of the way that George Lucas decided to do the original, the prequel trilogy, because he did it all wrong. What he should have had is he should have had Anakin as an older boy in Phantom Menace. Attack of the Clones should have charted his descent to the dark side, and the entire third film should have been the Purge of the Jedi and him becoming Darth Vader. Yes. That's how it should have gone down. Instead, they tried to shoehorn him turning to the dark side, his final battle with Obi-Wan, Padme giving birth to the twins and dying, and then Luke ending up on Tatooine. They had to shoehorn all of that into about an hour, and as such, it all came off bad. So if we wanted to go further back into Revenge of the Sith for changes, Anakin's fall to the dark side is horrendous. He just turns to the dark side in 2 minutes. But this whole thing with Padme was just beyond anything any other explanation would do, other than she's lost the will to live. I'm sorry, but I lost the will to live when I watched that scene. Just bad. Just bad.
Bad.
I've got another one.
Right.
And unfortunately, the blame on this one falls to one George Lucas again.
Again.
George, what you doing?
Georgie boy.
The film is Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Right, okay. Now, I've seen probably Indiana Jones. I haven't seen that one, but I do know what happens. So yeah.
We'd waited countless years for another Indiana Jones film. There was always a thirst for it. The Last Crusade ended in such a way that you never needed to have another film, but when Kingdom of the Crystal Skull was announced, there was an excitement. We all knew Harrison Ford's still pretty sprightly for his age, so we knew that he could still pull it off. And then the rumours started to come out that the film was going to be based on the premise of aliens. Now, okay, Indiana Jones has some pretty out there topics, so things like, you know, the Ark of the Covenant and the Holy Grail and these drinking glasses of blood which turn you into some mindless zombie. So, you know, there's always, you've got to suspend your disbelief a little bit with Indiana Jones, but Indiana Jones and aliens doesn't sound great. And it wasn't great. Now, I'll have to put the caveat on this, I could have handled anything alien based in the film up until right at the end. So you've gone through the entire film, you see the alien looks crap, there's no doubt about it, it looks corny, but I could even get away with that. It's right at the end, they escape out of the little pyramid, and then the ground collapses, and out of the ground comes the most shite looking UFO you've ever seen in your life.
Is it one of them 50s UFOs?
It was a saucer. It was a 50s B movie flying saucer, and okay, I get it. They were going for a particular image of it's a 50s B movie, but that doesn't work in an Indiana Jones film. Yeah. It looked horrendous, and when I saw that, my heart just sunk. Because it was one of those films where I watched it and all the way through I was like, do I like this film? Okay, this is really good. This is Indiana Jones. And then there was something like Shia LaBeouf swinging through the trees with a load of CG monkeys, which wasn't great. But then just that end bit. Come on. You could have, if you had to persist with the aliens, you could have at least had a better looking UFO than that. So I would have changed it. Even if I just changed the way the UFO looked, I wouldn't have even, to me, I wouldn't have even shown the UFO. I would have just said it's there. But then it's like the shitty explanation at the end. They've gone to the space between space, and it's just, this isn't.
Space between space.
This isn't Indiana Jones.
Wow. Right, I've thought of one. Do you remember that little film that everyone was getting hyped about called Prometheus?
Oh, yes.
Right.
The prequel to Alien, or is it?
Or is it, yeah. Started off really, really well, then ended up not making any sense.
No.
Yeah, the film trailed off a little bit, got a little bit messed up near the end. It was still quite enjoyable though. And then they get the ending, just before the credits roll, of the engineer who had sex with the alien that came from her womb, which then made the alien, which was, what the hell was that? What? Sorry, what? So confusing. Now the thing is, right, is that Prometheus, it's been well known that Prometheus wasn't just going to be a singular film, it was going to be at least 2 or 3 films.
Yeah.
So why put that bit in with the alien? It's weird. And here's the thing, I'm part of the problem here, because I freaked out like a stupid fanboy when I saw that bit. I was like, oh my god, it's an alien, I can't believe it's so good. And then when I got the Blu-ray and I started watching, I was like, what? Doesn't make any sense.
No.
Especially when there's an alien on the mural on the wall.
Yeah.
When they go in the caves, you've got all the vases, right? And it's got a mural on the wall,
about that,
right?
yes.
And the mural on the wall is the alien queen.
Yes.
So what the hell is going on?
See, because the way you watch that scene is it's like to be, this is the birth of the xenomorph, and it's not, because they've been around for
They've already been around. Exactly.
I didn't like it in so much as it felt shoehorned into the end to have a more forced connection to the original Alien films. You didn't need that. I mean, they made some weird decisions anyway, like this ship looks exactly the same as the ship that was crashed at the beginning of Alien, and this engineer looks exactly the same. But it's not the same planet as the one in
That
Alien.
was weird.
What the hell?
So
and then to just shoehorn this alien into the end of it, there was no need to do it.
Yeah. Here's the thing as well, and this is just about Prometheus in general, is that when you bring out a Blu-ray and you advertise it to say that it comes with an extra disc which answers all the questions, isn't that kind of what the film is meant to do? So you're meant to watch this extra disc to then fill in the blanks that the film couldn't fill for you. So stupid. It's like, thing as well though, so that ending, when she fights the engineer right at the end of the film, right, the fight doesn't exist in the theatrical version of the film. Or even the Blu-ray for that matter. He comes out, she just presses a button, he's trapped with the alien, and then
is that how it went down in the theatrical version?
Yeah, that's how it went down. Now in the Blu-ray version, in a deleted scene, is the full fight. And it's very reminiscent to when Ripley fought the alien in the first film. Human against alien. Yeah, that's what it was. And the fight was awesome. It was so good, but they cut it out.
Did they cut that out of the Blu-ray release?
They cut it out of the Blu-ray release as well. It was a deleted scene in the Blu-ray version.
I remember that scene quite vividly, and I must now remember it off the deleted scene. I thought that was part of the film.
Nah, so she's walking around, there's nothing there, and all of a sudden he pops out, she presses a button for the door shuts, and that's the ending. The proper fight. Even the trailer had a bit of the fight in.
That's even worse.
Where like she's lying down, she's got like the crowbar like that, and in the trailer it was flashing him walking towards her, and that was part of that fight. And yeah, it just... Again, you could do a full video on Prometheus and Star Wars. And to be fair, I wouldn't mind maybe discussing Star Wars more.
Yes,
but that's going to have to be at least 3 or 4 parts, because we are vicious with Star Wars, but quite rightly.
Oh yes, absolutely.
You know what I mean? So, well, there you go. So it is all about endings. No. You're doing the ending again.
You'd nicked me outro again.
Again. It's because I'm losing the fucking...
Right. So guys, there you have it. Mark, thanks very much for your question.
Cheers.
These are the endings to the films that we would change. So we want to change sci-fi films. A lot of sci-fi films.
A lot of them.
But what would you change if you were going to change the ending of one film? What would it be? Please let us know, because I'm sure that you have got vastly different ideas about the sorts of films you would end. Or even if you were going to change the ending to one of the films we've mentioned, how would you maybe change it in a slightly different way than we've suggested?
Can we maybe change the ending to Titanic? You know, where the ship doesn't sink.
Doesn't sink.
So it hits the iceberg and then nothing happens, and then the film just ends and they get to New York and it's fine.
Perfect. Perfect ending. Kate Winslet and Leonardo DiCaprio get married, have loads of sex, loads of babies. Perfect.
They all do it in a car as well.
All in a car.
And it's all steamy and everything.
But guys, yes, please do let us know in the comments below. As always, hit the like and subscribe buttons. Follow us on Twitter. I am GrimmyD1. He is the Digital MB. We'll see you soon for more TC topics. Cheers.
Cheers.